Howdy everyone, welcome to part 58. In the last part, the power of the crests resides in the children's hearts, so the kids at Digimon are able to digivolve once more so that they can take on Apocalymon again. This prick isn't going to go down so easily, but neither are we, so sod him. Anyway, he, like the coward that he is, flees further into the dark void. And we now have a bunch of doors. This never happened in the anime, by the way. We actually got to fight Apocalymon straight away in the anime. So first things first, there's the save point. I'll highly recommend you save. Unless, you know, you really want to fight Apocalymon the first time again. But I wouldn't if I were you. There's... oh, for goodness sake. Did not want to fight that guy. Like I say, 6 doors. I highly recommend you get your team all digi-chipped up. Each of these doors you have to fight certain megas. Because of course the game thought that was a good idea to have us fight certain megas we've already countered in the past, hence why I kept referencing it. So make sure that certain Digimon have digi-chips on them. If you've gotten all the casino ranks up to this point, you know, the appropriate amount of casino ranks, then you'll be able to access mega forms that weren't even seen in the anime. In this particular door you fight VenoVamdemon, and you have Hikari and Tailmon at your disposal. If you've got 35 rank up points at least with Hikari, then you get this awesome scene of Tailmon warp digivolving. Despite the fact that we saw her digivolve in the data dimension thing before they came back, but okay. Anyway, this, ladies and gentlemen, is Ophanimon, the mega form for Tailmon. Now this is actually kind of a bit like a debatable thing, because in the movie, the Digimon movie, the mega form for Tailmon was actually this pink holy dragon called Magnadramon, based on the dub anyway. Could have been Holy Dramon in the Japanese version, I'm not sure. But anyway, in this game it's Ophanimon. And Digimon can digivolve different ways. I mean, didn't Agumon prove that with Skull Greymon? May not have been the right way to go, but the fact that it happens suggests that they can go any way they damn well please. Anyway, I've made remarks about this section of the game, but in all honesty it's not that bad, I suppose. The only real fight that I'm kind of dreading is the one with Patamon, because Patamon I just don't like anyway. You always have Agumon and Gabumon in the fight with you. You don't get a say in who else you have, I don't think. It's always these two. But obviously the door you go in it will dictate who is going to be the third party member. Each door is a different person going in the fight with you. You don't get a choice. The game chooses for you. But anyway, I did get all the rank up, so you're going to be seeing all the megas in action. Ophanimon is a really great mega. I have to say that. Angelwoman's healing abilities enabled her to heal 2,000 hit points on each team member. Ophanimon can fully re-heal each team member. So her healing powers are even better. The only problem is it takes up 30 SP, but it's so worth it. Which is why I'm going to be trying to save, you know, I'm not going to just rush straight in with healing her. You know, I'm going to wait till they get fairly low down before I re-heal them. Because she's got enough, you know, she's got enough power to refill their health completely. It's not like Angelwoman, who can only refill so much at a time. So that was a glimpse at one of Ophanimon's attacks. I don't know what they're called, because like I said, I can't translate Japanese, can't read it. And I'm kind of sticking with the same strategy on Metal Garurumon, having the attack and defense up. And Wargreymon's obviously got attack up as an ability. There's not really much I can say. Like I say, I'm just going to be relying on Ophanimon's healing abilities when I need it. And it has to be said, VenoVamdemon's not so bad this time around. Mind you, it wasn't bad the first time either. Just wanted to see what that attack did. Mind you, the angels are pretty strong anyway, so I don't really notice that much of a power increase, in all honesty. Except for maybe where the healing's concerned, where Ophanimon. For what it's worth, I will be using Ophanimon in the final fight against Apocalymon, because, let's face it, that healing ability is so handy. I apologise for any background noise, if you can hear it. Not my intention. I've got attack and defense down on Ophanimon still, so I can always use that if VenoVamdemon gets a bit too big for his boots. The plan is hopefully to get for at least 2 fights per part. These fights don't really take very long. The only one that really took me a long time to get through was the one with Patamon, and that's because Patamon's a cunt. I dislike Patamon very much. All the other megas are cakewalks compared to Patamon. That has always been the case, and I will continue to stand by that. So I'll be leaving him till last, and just going in to fight all the other megas first, get them out of the way. I'm going to defense up. I still haven't had to use the healing ability yet, I don't think. I like that. I like the fact that Ophanimon's got such a strong healing ability. And VenoVamdemon's doing fuck all to us, really. Though I am going to need to reboost defences and attack with Metal Garurumon. Because I need him to be strong as... Right, one fuck up. Heaven's Air is the healing move, and wow, just such a strong healing move. When the time comes to go into the final fight with Apocalymon, I highly recommend having Ophanimon with you. Such a handy healing move to have. Right. Just gonna let Vamdemon heal. I've got no bloody twist in the matter, obviously. Yeah, you continue boosting attack, Wargreymon. Like I say, VenoVamdemon's the first mega I ended up going against. That's why I kind of went for him first. Not to mention Ophanimon is the best mega, in my opinion. She don't deal that much more damage than what Anjuwamon did, but I just like that healing ability. I love it, in fact. VenoVamdemon really as a mega is probably one of the easier ones to take on in my experience. That's just my experience, mind. Some people may disagree with me and find another mega easier. But I found this guy really easy. Bit time consuming, but easy. And you only have to fight him once this time. It's not like the first time we ever fought him when we had to fight the fucker twice. By the way, I don't think it was a stupid idea to introduce the constant having to refight the megas thing. I kind of said like before, oh, it's a the game wouldn't be so stupid as to do that, but in all honesty, I don't actually think it's a bad idea. I really appreciate the fact that they were able to incorporate other megas into the game, because that never happened in the anime, and I was really gutted about that. I would have loved to have seen all the megas incorporated into the anime. Like, if they had done something like this in the anime, that would have been awesome. But you never get to see it in the anime. Only Taichi and Yamato ever get their mega forms in the anime. Well, you could argue, like I say, that Takeru and Hikari get their mega forms in the movie, but... it depends on if you fit the movie in there somehow, and if you care enough about it. It's canon, yeah, but... I don't really care that much about the movie. Never have done. Well, like I said, we're doing very well against VenoVamdemon. There's really nothing to him, in all honesty. Bit defensive, which is why a defense down would have worked probably better than an attack down in this case, but... on the whole... got no reason to worry. Ophanimon's not got the best defences in the world, but... she's still standing up pretty strong. So I think I'm going to have to heal again. Whether I like it or not, has to be done. Crikey. I'm loving all these team actions. It's awesome. By the way, don't expect to see the victory poses for all the megas, because I never actually did get a chance to showcase them in all the fights. So, a couple of them, but not all of them. Okay. Only a few more hits should finish him. And sod it, we're just going to go in with the attacks now. We don't need to heal that much with Ophanimon, which is great. I am going to stat boost with you though. Because otherwise, you know, this is going to drag out a little bit longer. Take this, bitch. Right. One more, and then we should be attacking with you again. I'm still astonished at how big this guy is. But bigger is not necessarily better. Like I say, Pinochimon is much, much smaller than VenoVamdemon, and he's the toughest mega, easily. I swear to God, I hate Pinochimon. Such a pain in the arse. Right. I'm just going to go in with Gaia Force, because like I say, once I've done with this fight, I can heal up and switch Digichips around before I go into the next fight. Which will also be in this part, by the way. Yeah. Like I say, Ophanimon's a really good mega, probably my personal favourite. If only because of that healing ability, it's so powerful. And the damage she does do is quite... well, she does do quite a lot of damage, even if it don't seem like it's much more than what Orange One would do. It's still a fair bit more. But then again, I might be judging based on her second attack. Her first attack is infinitely more powerful. Oh dear. Right, let's finish this guy. Oh yes. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see Ophanimon's victory pose this time, but I think we do get to see it in the Apocalymon fight later on, so no worries. All I gotta say was, she's a really good mega. And, yeah, glad to have her. Welcome aboard, Ophanimon. 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 And when we beat each boss, a chain on the door leading to Apocalymon breaks. So the door, one of the chains has broken because we've beaten VenoVamdemon again, and That's it, you will not be seeing VenoVamdemon again. I mean it this time. He's gone. So this is a little bit disorientating, but the doors make it a little bit easier. So we save, because I don't really particularly want to fight VenoVamdemon again. For frig's sake, save the damn game, thank you. Right, now we want to remove all the Digichips from Tailmon, because she's no longer going to need them. She's not going to be in the next few fights, so we need to give these Digichips to the Digimon that are going to be in the next few fights. Right. The next fight I'm going into is going to be the green door, I think. So I will be needing Patamon. Yeah, get the angels done. I'm going to give him an SP up purely because I don't want him to run out of SP. Where is that Digichip? Right, I'm going to give him that, so that if he does faint, he gets restored with 1,000 hit points. Not a lot, but it's something. I'm going to give him an attack down. I don't know if that's going to do any good, but it's something. Defense down would have also been a good idea, but I did not consider that. Not only that, but Patamon does not have a healing ability. Ophanimon is the only one with a healing ability, so all the other fights I'm going to need a Digichip that enables my Digimon to heal, because I've considered that very important. And I don't know if I ever mentioned that you can only have two blue Digichips on at a time, because they count as a move. So the rest of them, these are going to have to be orange. I'm just going to have to go with defense boost, because Patamon has never been very defensive, and I don't think him being a Mega is going to change that. Probably not the best place to put these. I just want to see if I can place these a little bit more strategically. There is also a hit point healing item for all the team where I could heal them up completely, like Ophanimon's got, but it uses such a lot of SP for all the others, so I'm not going to bother with it. Not in this fight, anyway. I think in this fight I wasn't even aware of it, so my bad. Defense would be better. I don't know why I even bother clearing this stuff off. Attack. I don't know why I bothered with the attack up, because let's face it, defense would be even more, even more useful in the case of Patamon, because let's face it, Patamon, even at a Mega level, is not going to be that defensive compared to the others. And yeah, with only 2,000 hit points to work with, I've got to be a little bit tighter on the health restore. I don't know what that was for, but fuck it, I'll use it. It doesn't matter that Patamon is listed as part of the party, because, like I say, you can go into each of the doors and, what you always get stuck with one Digimon. So the green door is the one I want next. The Mega we are going to be facing next is Pinochimon. Kind of fitting, given that he kidnapped Takeru. He sounded like he was throwing up. Anyway. Kind of appropriate that Takeru is the one that goes into this particular fight. I mean, it's also appropriate that Hikari went in the fight against Vamdemon, given that Vamdemon went to all these extremes to kill her. At the same time, I kind of wished I had a Ophanimon for Patamon's fight, because Patamon's so fucking hard. Anyway, even though Takeru's only just got Patamon's ultimate form, we are now going to get his Mega form. This, ladies and gentlemen, is Seraphimon. because the digital world can never have enough angels by the sounds of it. Or devils, for that matter. So, Seraphimon. I think, if I remember rightly, he's the only Mega that I go into a fight with that actually ends up getting knocked out. Because I didn't plan ahead. You know, shit happens. I really would have been better off putting defense on him rather than attack. Because I've got the other two to attack with. And they do just a fine job on their own. Seraphimon's really only there to heal and provide, you know, stat boosting and stat lowering on Pinochimon's part. Pinochimon really is not that much tougher this time around. Oh, so I'm going to attack down him right from the get-go. So, I think Pinochimon's attack is a little bit stronger than that of VenoVamdemon. So let's get you guys up to code. Just boost your stats. And yeah, you see what I mean? Even Agumon doesn't take that much damage compared to Seraphimon. My word. And Agumon's a rookie, bear that in mind. So, let's just kickstart this with a defense up on Seraphimon. To be fair to Seraphimon, he only gets knocked out towards the end of the fight, so really it doesn't really matter by that point. So technically you could say he's participated as fully as all the others did. Yeah, Pinochimon, you never learn. So I'm going to have to heal. Mainly because, like I said, I've only got 2,000 hit point restore. Unlike Ophanimon's 9,999. Pinochimon doesn't seem to be as defensive as Vamdemon either, so he'll go down pretty darn quickly. If you follow my strategy with the attack and defense up and all that stuff. Let's see what Seraphimon's attack does. So I've got 7 heavens, and that's pretty strong. To be honest with you though, Holy Angemon was just as strong, you know, as a Mega practically. Maybe a little bit less stronger, but still really strong. So really I'm not noticing that much of a power difference. But that could just be me. It could just be me not taking advantage of it properly. Yeah, one other cool thing about Holy Angemon was I think he had that reviving move. I don't think Seraphimon has a reviving move. I don't understand that. If Holy Angemon can revive an opponent and he's a level lower than Seraphimon, why can't Seraphimon do the same thing? I don't get that. I'm not saying Seraphimon's a bad Mega, I'm just saying that's a little bit disappointed, and, you know, that's a bit disappointing and it almost doesn't really make a lot of sense either. Right. I can double check it, but I'm pretty darn sure that Seraphimon has no revive move. Not naturally, anyway. Like he did when he was Holy Angemon. So perhaps I should be going as far as to say, what's the point of getting Seraphimon? Well, like I said, I did it just to show him off. You know, it'd be a bit unfair if I show off all the other Megas and don't show off Seraphimon. So we got the 10 SP move, which is another attack, I think. It's pretty powerful, but eh. Right, let's have a look. I might be able to get in another attack. Provided he doesn't go after Seraphimon. Excellent. Wargreymon can handle it, you know. 46 SP. Man, this better be powerful. Okay. I don't know if that, you know, warrants 46 SP. But, okay. We're nearly there with Pinochimon. I keep trying to call him Patamon and it's not. Oh, for God's sake. And as I said, Seraphimon gets knocked out. Not the most defensive, even when he's in his mega form. So, lots of defense boosts, more than attack boosts for him, I think. But it don't really matter, so I'm just about to finish this thing off. Take this, you bitch! Now you get to see Metal Garurumon finish Pinochimon off like he did in the anime. Excellent stuff. And with that, Patamon levels up. And yeah, I think that'll do for this episode. Next time I think we'll be checking out Mimi's Mega. And I think Joe's Mega as well. So we'll be seeing Palmon and Gomamon's Mega forms next. So, you know, stay tuned for that. Look forward to that. You've seen the angels in action at their strongest, so yeah. I'll see you guys next time, where we'll continue on with this.